San Diego Unified School District has just 40 teacher vacancies this year of the 6,000 teachers already working. Not bad compared to teacher shortages in other districts throughout the state. California's Department of Education reports at least 21,000 more teachers are needed in public schools this year. Joining me with what's being done to retain and recruit teachers locally are my guests, Acacia Thede, SD Unified's Human Resources Director, and Joe Johnson, Dean of the College of Education at San Diego State University. And Joe, why did the teacher shortage start, and how many vacancies are there now?
So the teacher shortage was influenced hugely by the recession that has occurred over the past several years. Shortages of resources led to school districts deciding that they could not afford to keep teachers, and so school districts laid off teachers. And as a result of those layoffs, many young people who were considering teaching decided to choose otherwise.
Sure, I want to get to that, but first, so the Great Recession, you know, of course, there were a lot of pink slips, there were a lot of layoffs, as you're talking about. But we've rebounded from that. So why now? Are people skittish of going into the profession?
Of course. So if someone is thinking, well, my friend chose to be a teacher and got a job 4 years ago, but then was laid off right away and maybe didn't get hired back, and so do I really want to do that? And so throughout the state of California, we've seen fewer and fewer students pursuing careers in education. The number of individuals who have received teaching credentials in 2004, it was over 3,000 a year, and right now, this last year, it was less than half of that, only 1,500.
A big drop. And speaking of that, Acacia, the County Office of Education says there are 400 teaching jobs open, of course, countywide. Mm-hmm. Why do you think San Diego Unified was able to sort of dodge the shortage?
So we have 40 now, but we filled almost 400 since we began our hiring process in the spring. But still, relative to the size of our district, we have, it's a great place to work, to be honest with you. San Diego Unified has a number of things that teachers love about teaching. You can work in a very diverse working population. You can work in a number of different places. We have really great salary and we have really great benefits. And to be honest with you, living in San Diego is a great place to live. So we benefit from in ways that other districts don't, and in other places in the state don't. But what we know is going to happen is we have over 1,000 teachers who are eligible to retire and will be eligible to retire in the next few years.
Yes, and I wanted to bring that up to you. So how is the district preparing for that? Almost 1,000 or more than 1,000 teachers that could be leaving if they want to.
So for the last 18 months, the district embarked on a process to really look at this issue systemically. We're working with our community partners, San Diego State is one of them, to create our own pipeline. And so one of the things that we know is true, that when we build interest from our youth and our young people, that's one of our greatest ways to encourage people to come into education. So as Dr. Johnson said, once we get people in and interested at the beginning of their creativity about what they want to do when they grow up, basically, that's a great way for us to build our pipeline.
And speaking of pipelines, Joe, what does the pipeline look like in college students pursuing a career in education today?
Right now, the pipeline is not good. We're not producing enough teachers to meet the need that San Diego Unified is anticipating, or other school districts in the county. And so certainly we're doing more to try to help young students know that teaching is a great career, that there are going to be jobs out there for them, and that's an important message. But we also need to be thinking more as a community about, you know, how might we entice young people to pursue a fifth year in in college in order to become a teacher.
An excellent conversation for later. Joe Johnson and Akeisha Thede, thank you so much.
Thank you.